If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room. What's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling? Are you good? Welcome back. We got some things to discuss over here, man. I hope y'all are prepared. We got a lot of things to talk about today. First and foremost, we're going to talk about, of course, the main thing that we always talk about on this channel, but I also want to do something special towards the later on in the show. I hope y'all stick around for it. The rapper Afroman. If you don't know who Afroman is, it's Code 45 and 2 Zigzags, or of course the most famous weed song of all time, Because I Got High, da 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 da. Anyway, Afroman is dealing with some corruption out of the Adams County Sheriff's Department, and it is getting now a lot of attention, which it should be, because this is a classic case of the police can do what they want to do, and then when you turn around and do what you want to do, now you are in a position of not only danger but susceptible to having your livelihood tampered with and have your money subsequently stolen for the second time, but in a legal way, if you know what I mean. We have to talk about that. And it's also some of the funniest shit you will ever see. I mean, it's some of the funniest. I'm talking about, we are going to go through some of that later on. If you don't know, Afroman got raided back in 2022 by the Adams County Sheriff's Department. They raided him because they believed that he was trafficking drugs and also kidnapping individuals in his home. What they did was they drew up what he alleged to be a bogus court order to enter his home by force. They broke his door down. I mean, they broke it all the way off the hinges. I mean, it literally, as soon as they kicked the door, it fell to the ground. And they, not just that, but they disconnected his camera system once they realized he had it. They were going through all his stuff. They went through his money. They stole his money. They, one of the officers, I guess, stole his lemon pound cake as well. It was all just pure bullshit, if you ask me. They did not find any drugs that were being trafficked, and they did not find any kidnapping victims. The result of this was the fact that Afroman decided to go and make a video about the actual situation. And all he did was post the home footage that he had of the raid that they did on him and made a song about it, asking, can they fix his door and the gate outside of his property? These people didn't like that. So they decided to sue Afroman for millions of dollars for defamation because they have been suffering from emotional distress due to their own wrongdoings. Oh, please stick around for this. We got so much more to say about that situation later, but let's get to this first. Shout out to the GMS fam. I see y'all in the chat. Shout out to y'all, man. I see you. Lady Sparkle Water, Buck Savage is in the building. Four Wings Fried Hard is in the building. Lil Zeus is in the building. El Crablos is here. SPM, is that SPM? Yeah, SPM TV is in here. Jason Rex is in here. Ronald Hazley, JG is here. JR Miller, what's going on, family? Mr. Drummond. And I see you, Rated P is in the building. Yeah, the story is incredibly wild, and we're going to get to it because I want to play some of those music videos. Afroman, please don't copyright strike this channel. We are wholeheartedly supporting you over here. Afroman, I hope that your trial, because the trial is happening right now, they're deliberating. I'm hoping that we don't miss the verdict, and if we do, I'm going to go to it and check it out later on in the show when we get to the topic. But they are actually deliberating right now. The jury is on the verdict. The prosecution is asking for $1.5 million or $1.3 million for Lickem Lisa, $1 million for Brian, whoever, and hundreds of thousands of dollars for other sheriffs that were going through emotional distress because Afroman put out music videos talking about his own situation where his own family got traumatized by the sheriff department off of some bogus charges and they still haven't fixed it. They never paid for it. They did all this damage to his house. They confirmed that money was stolen. The news confirmed it, that his money was stolen. All right, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. You can tell I want to talk about that. That's the real thing I want to talk about. I'm talking about this shit now that we about to talk about in a minute because I know that's what y'all want to talk about. But the shit I really want to talk about is later on in the show. Anyway, let's get to it. People are now calling Corey Holcomb. Well, they haven't now been calling this for a while, but they are calling his bullshit when it comes to the way he is approaching these YouTubers and bloggers who are mentioning his name. Now, he has revealed that he has sent a cease and assist to Poetic Flacco. Didn't want to say his name, but of course, that's who he was talking about. Because he's saying that he's going a little too far. You know, it's pretty interesting to hear somebody like Corey Holcomb say that somebody else is going too far. The shock jock comedian, the guy who does dark humor, the man who has called black women monkeys, the man who has talked about people's children, the man who has talked about children, period. The man who will go to no ends to claim that somebody is Backdooria is literally sitting up here talking about somebody going too far and sending a cease and desist. My good sir, it's desist, not assist. An assist is what happens when Anthony Edwards throws the ball to Rudy Gobert and he finally scores a dunk instead of fumbling the ball. That's an assist. But it's cease and desist. I feel like if you want to keep going the legal route like you've been mentioning for months on your show, you should learn the terms of the things that you are doing, especially when it comes to the people that you are, apparently serving. Now, Flacco has not put out a video. I'm sure he is because he's collecting all of his thoughts and probably collecting more videos and more ways to spin things. But I'm sure he's going to talk about the cease and desist very soon. Now, I want to play this clip and go over it with you guys because this was very interesting to hear. It sounds like this man is a victim. I can't believe it. And it's very interesting to hear how he is tackling the situation when it comes to people talking about him. See, Corey can talk about everybody under the sun, but when it comes to him in particular, he does not want to be talked about. And because he doesn't want to be talked about, he is going to go the legal route to make sure that you don't speak on his name. He can go and defame a whole bunch of people. We can go down a list of people he's defamed without putting any proof out there. And it's funny because he will be the one to say he ain't got time to do this and that because he got better things to do. No, the people that you talk about who are much more successful or much more higher in ranks than you, those are the people that really don't have the time to go out of their way to send you cease and desist and to sue you for defamation. They got too many other things to worry about than somebody they believe is a low-tier comedian trying to get clicks and get notoriety off of calling people backdooria and talking about people crazy. This is what I see people saying. Don't take my word. Don't quote me. I'm not saying this. I'm saying what other people are saying. Let's get to this, man. Let's get to it.
About a backdooria mob ever. They have assembled and they yelling our name. They want us to say their name. Craig, let me tell you something. I know you do a show. Don't say these people's names.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Come up with your name for them. And because people know you, they gonna know who you talk about.
Right.
Don't say these people's name. They got people in court.
Yeah, that's a cold game.
It's the one dude, the tampon dude. He's pretty insecure.
Is he? Oh,
Don't ever say their name. They do coward shit, like send their wife to court, so they ain't got to be in court.
Oh, wow.
It's cold what's going on out here. But we are 5150 show. We are proud to be hated on by all of the I ain't gonna never make it big time bloggers, the backdooria guys that's been sent after me. Let me tell y'all something, man. There's a lot of y'all people new. I'm not gonna go back and forth with a big sissy. Y'all, if that turn you on, if that make you feel like, oh, he getting, let the big sissy say what they gonna say. I know the big sissy is banned from Hollywood. I know that, but talking in the safety of where you at. That's why I sent the cease and desist, so I know where you at. This is motherfucking chess. This is not checkers.
Hey.
This is one thing that I hate that he does, because this is like part of that whole, we got to keep pretending that we're tough and that we connected with people and we got people on speed dial and people that be crash out dummies over niggas over YouTube. That's the shit I can't stand. This nigga will sit up here and say, yeah, this is what you get. First of all, this nigga might be a little bit dumb. I've never really called Corey Holcomb dumb, but it's very dumb of you to say that you're using legal options to harass people or to find out where people are to use for your own personal gain when it's only supposed to be used for legal matters. You're telling people that, hey, I'm getting a lawyer to send you a cease and desist so that we can find out where you are and find out where you live. So that you can give your information to people like who? I don't know. The niggas behind the scenes or the people that have already been on your show to say that they would do shit for you in that manner. You will put somebody like Macca, somebody you seriously care for, I assume, you will put him in a situation, because if anything happens to any YouTuber, blogger, it don't matter what, it could be a random incident outside at the club somewhere. Nigga could say that you sent them, and the proof that he would have is you sitting on the internet saying that you know where you took a legal route to find out where he lived, and then he can go and play the clip of Macca talking about Anton, but putting it in terms of everybody else, where, hey, all you got to do is say the word and we do this or we do that. Niggas ain't that smart. And I'm not saying that in a way to, I guess, low-key flag authorities. It's more so that you niggas don't get caught up in no bullshit. That's kind of crazy. It's either you want to go to legal route, because I feel like he thinks it looks pussy for him to like go to legal route being the type of person he is. But honestly, if you have a name and you have a reputation, and your reputation and the things that you do in entertainment rely on you having good standing in your reputation and in career, I get going the legal route. But all the street shit or trying to put one foot in, one foot out, it makes you look crazy, and it puts you in a position where niggas can jam you up, basically. And that's what I don't like.
Got to know where you at. You know what I'm saying? You know I know where you at because you got that cease and desist. But anyway, Big Sissy, good luck to you with all your hate on the show. All you guys. How many people watch the show? Is that 150,000? I thought it was more than that, but okay, 150,000. So we got to get out. We got to get better as a show. It's only 150,000 people saw it.
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers is hilarious.
You know, some people get a feel just on being acknowledged. They feel like they winning.
Yeah, because people will watch. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
People will watch a Big Sissy be sassy on the internet and talk crazy to a man. Some people like that. They be like, what he gonna do?
Right.
Corey ain't gonna do nothing. Corey is trying to get this money and bring a show that's about something. That's why I'm finna go on here. I got a guest on Zoom. I'm about to put y'all up on some game on a subject that you might speak about,
right,
or that the next person might speak about. And then at the end they say, so what do you think about this? Isn't that like a sellout way of talking about somebody? Because why are you asking everybody what do they think about this? What do you think about this should be the question as you make commentary on somebody.
This is another deflection that he's using. See, Corey, has the past couple weeks or even couple months, or I don't even know how long he's been doing this, but he will come up with new ways to try to disparage people who do commentary on YouTube. So he'll pick apart little bullshit like, oh, they put your face on the thumbnail, so they got to show who they talking about because they put their face up there. Ain't nobody going to pay attention. Nigga, if you're in the title, you're in the thumbnail. That's what most YouTubers do. Big YouTubers, smaller YouTubers, medium YouTubers. Everybody puts some. It's been like this for decades. You're gonna be putting the thumbnail when people talk about you. Then you go to other things like, oh, these guys gotta put your name and your likeness, and they gotta talk about you, and they watch you, and now you sitting up here talking about, oh, these guys gotta do this, they gotta do this, they gotta do that. It's little minuscule shit that don't make sense, but he's trying to make it make sense for the people in his audience who are, like he says, feeble and go along with everything. Now it's, oh, you got to ask other people what they think. Nigga, if it's a commentary or reaction channel where people are coming and speaking on a situation, you're going to ask the people what they think about what's going on. Because that shows that you actually give a damn about the audience, the people that you are presenting to. But see, like I said last week, Corey's the type of person that looks at other people that are beneath him. Everybody else is beneath him who isn't on his level or above in his eyes. So even though he pretends like he's with the people, he's with the streets, or he want to touch the people, and he be in all these different clubs around America where people respect him and the streets respect him, I guarantee you, in my opinion, it seems like he looks at these people like they are nothing to him. Just fans, just people that worship him. Because he's somebody who feels like he's some sort of god. He doesn't really value his fan base. If he did, he would not dismiss them as bots and people that really ain't down with the show and just hating and coming over there from other places trying to disparage the show. You would actually listen to the people that have something to say of some sort of substance. Hold on, let me see. He said, just my opinion, said Corey a new kind of slow. Jamil said, Corey said a few weeks ago that he encourages the YouTubers to continue talking about him because he's going to get their money. Now he's sending cease and desist. Well, because listen, he does a good job at making it seem like he knows what he's talking about because he has to in front of his audience. He can never just admit when he's like really wrong about something, especially something that he stood 10 toes down on for years. The whole trying to take YouTubers' money. He said, when he said that last month, he was like, yeah, in a few weeks, I'm going to come up here and show y'all the proof. This is somebody who continues to say stuff like that. And then people come back every week and be like, yeah, Corey, he's speaking the truth. Where's the proof that you did what you said you were going to do with the YouTubers out there? And it's crazy because I never said he couldn't. I'm just saying it would be a very blank mission. It'll be very hard to try to get somebody else's funds off YouTube if you don't own your name and likeness. And I gave an example, somebody like Shannon Sharp. What Corey could be doing is when somebody does, let's say what I would do if I go on and I give my commentary in the beginning and then play the clip and then ask y'all what y'all think at the end. I did that with a Shannon Sharp video. He can't copyright visuals because I'm not using his video clip. I'm using the audio. But since Shannon owns his audio in the platform, he can copyright the audio. Now, it's not going to give your channel a copyright strike. It just means that the money that comes in for that video will go to that. It will go to his company. It will go to him. He doesn't. Oh, if he does that, then yeah, he will have some sort of case of getting money from people. But even then, it's tricky to do that when somebody is just simply doing commentary, because we really don't need to play the clips. People hear what's going on. We can literally sit here and have a conversation about something. Playing clips is just more fun to react to. Shout out to Charles 2.0 Justin. He said Corey getting into it with Flacco. Last time I watched 5150, he was getting into it with the Ford car dealership. Then the next week is American Neighbor. Yeah, I don't know. He has a beef with Flacco now because Flacco is the one that kind of spearheaded the PDF things that he was saying. Shout out to you for the 5 in the super chat. Ronald Hazley says, I think they all in it for the views. Probably. Guess who says, but this your opinion of a man, so do you really know what you're talking about? So since you gossiping like a female about another man, go pop that thing open for us. Huh? How do you go from saying somebody gossiping like a female to asking another man to pop that thing open for us? Y'all are all secretly in the closet. That's why y'all come here openly butthole defending Corey all the time. This nigga was trying to say I was gossiping like a female, then proceeded to ask me to pop that thing open for us. Listen, I usually do not time people out, but I cannot have you asking me to do weird gestures on camera. I am a man, a straight man at that. I do not pop that thing. And if that's what you are looking for, you can go and check out BBC's on Blacked or something. I don't know. Go to P-Hub, go to X Videos. I don't know. Whatever you're into, go watch that. It's free to the public. If you want to go on the internet, check that out. You can go and do that, but I'm not going to be the guy to do so. All right. Anyway, let's see. Tony Cooper said, the problem is talking about a person every day. What other content do you have besides 5150? Either you have an obsession or some sort of mental illness. Okay, so let's use his logic since Tony Cooper is talking about what other content do I have besides 5150. Well, I've said this thousands of times, Tony Cooper, that this platform was built off of reviewing the 5150 show. If you don't know what that means, it means that most of the content on this channel is going to be about 5150 and Corey Holcomb. That's something that I've repeated for years. I'm sorry if you're new here. It's okay. We do have other content on here. If you just simply go up and down the page, you will see there's been plenty of lives where we talk about multiple subjects, plenty of videos where I've talked about other things other than Corey Holcomb, but mainly this channel does that because most people that watch this are people that watch 5150 and they enjoy this content. Also, he says either you have an obsession or some sort of mental illness. So I guess that applies to people that talk about things every day. So if you talk about, I guess, Backdooria every day, you must have an obsession and have a mental illness, right? Are you a fan of Corey Holcomb, Tony Cooper? Let's see if his logic starts logicking in the comments. Anyway, the Holcomb sexuals are weird. Yes, they are. He said 5150 all day, but bro, that's nasty. Put him on time. What up, Stony James? Just my opinion says Corey's fans are dumb, if not dumber than him. I mean, come on, man. You see what these guys do on here, man. They say some of the weirdest, outlandish shit. Anyway, let's keep going.
There's no way I will let the world give their opinion without me giving my opinion first.
Right.
Because I'm not a coward. Even though some people, their opinion is set up to try to bring down everybody. I am a witness of, I want to use Kraig for example, and you tell me the same about me.
Right.
I watch Kraig's commentary on things that we talk about on this show. Kraig is
that nigga Tony Cooper showing that false dichotomy. See, this nigga out here trying to tell me what I do. He said, I got an obsession, nigga. I said, hey, I've been talking about this shit for years, nigga. I ain't hiding from shit, nigga. I say what we talk about over here, nigga. I don't go out here and say, hey, man, we talk about hella topics every day, but I talk about Corey Holcomb all the time. I don't try to false flag nobody, nigga. You better use your sharpshooter fallacies over there at the 5150 chat. Use your dichotomy and trichotomy to find your way back to where you belong to, nigga. My daddy named Schmitty, nigga.
And always trying to destroy somebody.
No.
That's the reason Kraig isn't hiding out in a location in the Dakotas where if you come to a big city and somebody see you, motherfuckers don't be at you.
Right.
That's what makes them so unrespectable. In fact, if you know somebody lies on somebody, how can you respect them unless you a piece of shit like them? Lying on somebody.
Okay, you guys, look, I told y'all last week and the week before, we have the weirdest people that follow, like these guys now, they talk about somebody being obsessed. We have people that create burner accounts so that they can continue to go to people's channels to say weird and obsessive things because they want to hang from the nut hairs of their favorite comedian and defend him at all costs. Where is your father? Wipe that white sticky substance from around your mouth. Why is your name Limp Dick Daniels? Is it because you want to defend Corey so bad that you're trying to come up with another name for Anton Daniels? Is that how deprived of a father figure you have in your life? Look at this. Look at what he's. I'm not a Holcomb sexual, but please bust that thing open for. You know what? Hey, listen, man. You're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to work on that by yourself, buddy. I told you, if you want to see a nigga bust it open, go to one of these free sites and go watch it for yourself, man. I won't be the subject of your pleasure. Okay? I will not. I refuse. Okay? Now you stop it. You cut it out, you little moist bastard. You cut it out. You want to see the brown eye of a straight guy. Okay? This is not queer eye for the straight guy. This is not the brown eye for the straight guy. You will not get none of that backdoor activity from me. Goddamn weirdos.
Body is something that our society should be trained like, yo, if this person lies on somebody, that lets you know enough about them where you have to be cautious around them.
Right.
But I feel like our society will let a liar lie just for the entertainment value of it, and it just brings down society.
Right.
Somebody say lies get more views for sure. Was it I
will say this, with all due respect, the FDMG most chosen scholar 83. You mentioned this before. You said Flacco spit on someone. Like I said, he gets no respect. But you have been in here saying 5150 all day, 51 with 50 chat room goon. I would like to know what you think about Corey Holcomb walking up to a female and muffing her in the face when she never approached him and touched him. Does that get your respect? Or to be fair, you can say, like I have said, I don't respect that. It is what it is. But I'm not going to not support Corey as a comedian because of it. He made a poor choice. What do you think about that? I would like to know, since we're bringing up spitting on people.
100 always. Lies get more views for sure. Hey, you know what? I'm not even going to debate that with that whoever that is.
Right.
Lies will get more views, but this is what I'm trying to say. I'm only trying to say this. When you lie on people, you are part of the destruction of society. And if we as a society accept lies as weaponry, then what good are we as a society? I'm just saying, Monkey K should be in hot water for lying on people all the time. I've watched her lie on me. I've watched her lie on other people. And I'm just saying, I'm just using her as an example because she's in the news right now.
And for the people that think I just be over here hating, I just want to say I completely understand and I agree with his sentiments on Tasha K. She is somebody who needs to be held accountable for all the things that she says that are lies. I completely agree about that. I've said that before. It is fair to call out Tasha K. It's fair to call out anybody you want to call out. I think that is the point of this whole thing. I think that's the whole point of why people continue to speak on you, because people should be allowed to say what they want to say, but also be susceptible to facing the consequences for things that they say, because it is free speech, but you're not free of consequences. It's pretty much how I feel about it. That goes for everybody, me, myself. You know what I'm saying? I take accountability for anything that I've said that may have rubbed people the wrong way. I remember I got approached by somebody asking me about something that was said on this channel. And I was like, yeah, if that offended you, hey, my apologies. I wasn't trying to be offensive. You know, I never come on here and try to be like, oh, this bitch ass nigga, he a hoe ass nigga, he a pedophile, he this and that. I never do shit like that. But if it's something that I said that I was being genuine about and I'm just having a critique about it, if I said something wrong, I'm not going to apologize for my opinion. I'm going to apologize if something I said specifically rubs you the wrong way. I'm never going to be the nigga that is too big of an apology to somebody, especially if I don't know you, or especially I don't know how you take things. If you took something wrong that I said and I didn't mean it that way, I will apologize for it. I don't care what it is. I don't care who it is. But if it's something that I said and I meant it and you took offense by it, and I didn't care if you took offense by it, I'm gonna stand on it. And it has to be a good reason why I stand on it. Funky Food says we're back to the woman beater accusation, PDF losing its steam. No, we asked a simple question. I mean, what are we talking about? Accusation? There's no accusations. What this is like the MAGA headspace where people will see something for their own two eyes and be like, what is this? What accusations? Woman beater? No, it's not a woman beater accusation. We seen this nigga muff a bitch in the face. What the fuck are we talking about? What are we talking about? We seen it. It's not, there's no accusations. And I'm not sitting here calling him a woman beater either. Cause you gotta be an offender, a multiple time offender. If he made some sort of mistake, it's a mistake. Or he just was mad in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Something was happening, but we're not going to act like it didn't happen. J-Man said, it's not respected to hit a woman, but if someone is stalking you, what do? You dwelling on the negative good, brother. I'm not dwelling on anything. I'm saying you have a choice. Did he not have a choice? He made his choice. That's what people keep forgetting. Grown ass men in society have free will to the best of their abilities. If she's stalking you, what did he do? He had enough evidence to, what did he say? This is another thing. I've been trying to refrain from calling it stupid how he moved with that situation, but you got to understand something. If this nigga was able to go to court after muffing her and getting a restraining order because he could prove she was stalking him, he could have did that way before that incident happened. Correct? He could have been had a restraining order on her. If she has been stalking him and then he saw her at that club that night, he could have left. He could have been like, see, another instance, went to the police or went to the court, went to his lawyer and said, hey, we need to draw up these papers. We need to get a restraining order against Christina Payne. She keeps following me everywhere. He could have bended that. He had a choice. I'm not dwelling on the negative. He just made a stupid fucking decision. If he was able to get a restraining order after muffing her, he sure as hell could have got a restraining order before that happened. But he didn't, because he didn't take it seriously. But he took it seriously after it started blowing up in his face. Now, let's get to it. Stony James says, facts. You keep it objective and respectful. I'll call Corey all types of bitches now, but I call it like I see it. He said the muff was justified. He had a restraining order and the comedy club banned her. He snapped. Do I agree with it? No, but Corey is my guy as well as 5150. Flacco, aka Grimace, is a weirdo. He compromised. He didn't have a restraining order before that club incident. And I mean, I don't know. Some people. Michael said he is a waste of space on the show. I can't believe none of the original people are not there, and we got Kraig instead of 5150 is trash beyond trash. Oh damn. He said the Holcomb sexuals are showing out in the chat right now. Of course, I'm used to this. What up, Queen Kels? I'm just not doing the gay talk, man. That stuff is weird. You can say whatever you want to say, but like saying the gay stuff, I gotta get it up out the chat. We cannot override the chat with the gay talk, man. Niggas be saying some wild shit. I am a man. That is not. I don't even like read that shit. I can't even read that shit back to you. Shout out to you, CDTB. So let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. We'll convene in a little bit.
You can't go around being a dirtbag, lying on people. What now? If you can prove that person lied on you, there are some type of monetary gains from that,
right?
Especially if they have anything worth standing on,
right?
So
Corey did not have a restraining order on that lady before the club incident. That is a fact. If he did, she would have gotten arrested and she would have gotten charged for being within 100 feet of him. He got the restraining order just like they got the restraining order against Corey at the same time during their court hearing. So no, he did not have a restraining order on her before he muffed her in the face. That's a fact.
I mean, it's a person who lied on me this week, and they've already been hit with the cease and assist. Because the cease and assist, once again, that's just a cease and assist is to let somebody know, hey, you taking it too far.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I have to stop it again because I have to correct this. I have to correct this guy, J Main. I have to correct you, and let you understand something. He said, also, why are you laughing about assaulting the woman? This issue isn't a laughing matter. Good brother, it doesn't seem genuine. Well, my opinion is a little different than everybody else's. See, I had a little interaction with Christina Payne. See, when it first happened, I didn't believe that happened. So I was on my show speaking on it from my opinion. And she didn't like my opinion. So what she did was she made very weird sexual comments towards a underage girl being my daughter. Therefore, in result, I said, oh, that's why you got muffed in the face. Because you say weird ass shit like that. She was making sexual comments about a 11-year-old little girl. Christina Payne did. That is a fact. I have the proof. We already spoke on it on this channel, which is why I could care less if she got muffed. You can miss me with the don't hit a woman shit in that regard. I don't put my hands on women. But do I think that she deserved it? Maybe. Maybe. Corey don't fuck with me, but he got one in for me that day. Don't say no weird ass shit like that, man. You weird ass. She's a crazy, weird ass sexualizing of a minor ass bitch. And that's why I refer to her as one when speaking on the situation. Now that we got that clarified.
Woo, 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 in case it's really the step before the next step, so they can't get to court and act like they don't know.
Right. But you know, with them types of people, the whole play is control. They get off on your response. They don't care. They don't have an end game, because everybody who thinks like this eventually plays themselves out. Their whole strategy is to distract, annoy, and make it feel like they're controlling you.
I tell you what. See, I'm still from a school where if you talk to or about a nigga and you not in his face, that shit don't mean nothing to me. Craig, if you talking about a man and I know he ain't around,
Right.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, all right, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I don't like having a lot of people around me, because I know in this new world, gossipy, sassy gay men can get the attention of the average person in public now. There was a time when I was growing up, men who mess with men wouldn't even come to the same parties we was at, because we'll see them on site and be like, that's all I got to say for the streets to know what I'm talking about.
Right.
On site.
That fucking fake tough shit is so crazy, bro. This is the type of stuff that can be used against you. If you the type of nigga that's going the legal route, the last thing you want to do is put yourself in legal issues, aka making it seem like you would do something behind the scenes and you've never done shit to anybody behind the scenes. Stop doing that shit. And also stop putting the people that you care about in jeopardy as well, because if you have people behind the scenes that'll do shit for you, it'll only lead back to you. Most problems that people have, that you have with people on the internet, it'll always go back to you. Flacco is somebody who has issues in California. So if he went to California, it could be anybody that would do something to Flacco when he got back there, because he done said some crazy shit and he done put some crazy shit out there about people. So he's getting back whatever he puts out there to the world. And I think people got it confused. I'm not sitting here trying to fan the flames with Flacco and be like, yeah, cheer on Flacco. I'm just talking about what's happening between these two. And I have my own opinions about how people move in the situation. I can't really say nothing about Flacco because he's been the same way forever. He gonna gossip about some shit. He gonna over sensationalize some shit, clickbait some shit. He gonna say a nigga's career over is 20 times on his channel. Charlamagne career been over 77 times on Flacco channel, man. He's that type of YouTuber. But Corey is the guy that says he stands on certain principles. And then we see things that are unlike what he says he is. And then people call it out and he gets mad about that.
Right. But now, gossipy gay men can
engage
with people like they are somebody who would do that in front of a person they talking about. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. I could take a lot, but you can't say it in my face.
No, they
you can't say that in my face. There's a whole bunch of these guys that are out there, and it's obvious now. Like at one time, people was like, oh, but now people are like, oh yeah, we know what they're doing. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying, when you are being attacked by a guy who's just a guy, that's one thing, Craig. Like one of the homies you hung with or something like that.
Right.
When you are being attacked by a big sassy gay motherfucker that's scared to show his face around these parts because of the bridges he burnt around these parts, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Unfortunately, society will listen to somebody like that, and you can't do nothing. You just hope that they try you one day in your face. In fact, let me recant that. You hope that they don't try you in your face. But I tell you what, this is for all the people who don't know. If you have to go through the court to handle your business now.
100.
He may something tells me he had to revise his statement about people saying things in his face, because he obviously had to recount the fact that somebody was in his face and somebody did say something to him in his face, and he resulted in sitting back down and saying, well, you didn't say what I asked you to say again. So here we are. Like somebody tried you in your face, and we're not going to act like it. I know people are going to be like, come up with the excuses. But once again, you're seeing an example of somebody who only talks just to try to get his audience to believe he's one way or another instead of being authentic and genuine about what he really wants to say. He has to put up this facade. He's already in character. That's why you have a person like him that speaks in third person so damn much. Like, I know y'all noticed that too. This nigga says his own name more than anybody says his name. He speaks in third person all the time. And that's because he has that idea about himself. Somebody sat in front of you and put a stain on your reputation when it comes to the people in the so-called streets who pay attention to you. And you tried to twist it, you tried to turn it, you tried to manipulate the idea and the narrative around it. Oh, they putting out AI videos. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. If you truly just didn't want to have a case behind that shit because of what happened with Ari Spears, just say that. It don't make you look like a bitch. You already went through legal shit. You had to spend $20,000 for a court case. I wouldn't want to do that. I know you probably don't want to do that, despite whatever anybody believes, how much money you got. It don't matter. Spending $20,000 off of something that you didn't do yourself. I know that was like, man, what the hell? I could have spent $20,000 on something else, something more meaningful. I could have spent $20,000 to get $40,000 back. So if that was it, let that be it. But that wasn't what was said. Let's finish this up. We'll keep going.
You got to go through the court to handle your business. And when I say handle your business, I'm talking about the same thing y'all talking about. To handle your business, you got to go through the court. It's called serving them with a cease and desist to let them know, listen, this gone too far. So once you know for sure they get that, it justifies other things you may or may not have to do. It's all, look, dude, homie, back in the day, you could just show up in somebody's door. You could sit in their dumpster and wait on them to empty trash. Yeah. That's what I know.
I done laid in the bushes before.
Right. Yeah, I done seen it all. Yeah. Nowadays, even though you put the lawyer on them to find out where they at. Did you hear what I just said right there? Right. You put the lawyer on them to find out where they at. When you find out where they at, that's already upon your way. Right. You find out where they at, because now you know where they at. Yeah. And if you smart, you'll avoid them.
If you smart, you'll avoid them. But I'm going to keep talking about where they at. You got to know where they at. You got to know. If you trying to avoid somebody, why are you so fixated on knowing where they at? What is the intimidation factor behind that for somebody that's not going to actually pop up somewhere himself? You going to send people to Flacco in the Dakotas? Because you mentioned that later in the show too. Somebody hiding in the Dakotas. That's another thing. It's like you are shouting for somebody who is trying to play this role like he is doing some extraordinary things to go and find Flacco or go and find these YouTubers and bloggers. You have a whole schedule out there. And I guarantee you cannot afford enough security to have somebody not do something to you on the road. Think about that. You have a schedule where people know where you're going to be in advance. Why are you making it out to be something that you are just trying to find people? Then what? You got to stop doing shit like that. That's crazy.
But if something ever happens where they run up on you thinking it's a joke, you have legislation at hand where that's what the cease and desist is for. I told them, don't play with me like that. Because I feel like if somebody called you a PDF, that's a challenge for death.
Yeah, that's some shit that ain't
nothing to play with. So all I'm saying, you can hide out and be sassy on the internet, keep the camera up to hide how you built, do that. But if you ever try me in public, I've already warned you. When you have the army of sassy fruit booties after you, they want to egg. And then if you come up out your body, then they be like, oh, he victimized me. Right.
You better not come
up. What type of projection is that? That is the perfect example of what a projection is. People will talk about you or say stuff about you, and then when you come out your body, now you playing victim. That is what you do and have been doing for years. You'll talk about somebody unprovoked, and if one of these people decide to respond to you or say something back to you, then you start going on the defense as if you didn't say nothing wrong or that you didn't go out your way to talk negatively about that person. You've done it so many times. It's ridiculous. And this is why people are calling out their projections right now, the way that they're doing it, because you keep talking about yourself while trying to label others, because you have this idea that because you're Corey Holcomb and because you have been successful in your own right and that you are a seasoned comedian who different people revere and your peers put you in their top fives, that your form of gossip, of your form of YouTubing and talking about people is much more different than everybody else's. Oh, because we sit in here and we actually talk and we actually rap and we actually do this. But for most of the show, you're complaining and coming up with excuses as to why you are doing the things that you're doing. It's a complaining fest all show. And then you get to these loose talk or however much that is. And then you rap at the end of the show. You really think that you're putting on this spectacular stream when really people are trying to watch what's going to happen next, what's going to come out of his mouth next that's going to put him in hot water. What is he going to complain about next? You go to the comment section of the 5150 show, you're seeing people talk about how they haven't been watching the show or they have been skipping show. I saw somebody say they've been skipping shows and came back and he's still talking about the same thing. I'm telling you, it's going to keep dwindling and you're going to keep trying to come up with excuses. Oh, what did we do yesterday? We got how many people in here? What did we do last week? 150,000, but we got to switch it up. You always call out. You will know somebody's bothered when they talk about it constantly. You'll know that they're bothered. If he wasn't bothered by the numbers on YouTube, if he wasn't bothered by people saying that he's not the funniest comedian or that he's out here losing shows, which he said it, nobody came up with that rumor. We didn't come up with that rumor that you were losing shows. You said that. And then it was funny when people start actually talking about it. Then it's like, oh, you talk about I'm losing shit. I'm losing this. I'm losing that. You said that. What the fuck? You said that. That's that I don't know, man. I don't know. But we'll keep going.
God knows, dog. I almost came out my body when I made a mistake and had a guest up here.
Yeah.
And they was trying me.
Yeah.
I almost came out my body, but I am so glad I didn't. So the point I'm trying to make to you, Craig, and everybody else out there, this is not the old world where you just be like, what that motherfucker say? Right. Oh, motherfucker, woo, woo, woo. It's chess, not check. Somebody gonna, you know how they do, they break up they take your look,
yeah,
and they put you like.
You don't think being accused of backdooria will bother anybody as well? You don't think being accused every week of being backdooria or not being funny as a comedian when you're on the road or whatever he accuses people of being, you don't think that bothers people? You don't think that type of energy brings back that type of energy into your life, regardless of what it is? Do I think that he's a PDF? No. But can I stop other people from feeling like he is because of past things he said? No. He said those things himself. Ain't nobody just throw a label on him. That's like with the Drake shit. Then nobody just throw a blanket label on him. Nigga, there's video of this nigga doing weird shit. There's stories and proof of this man doing weird shit from the mouths of the people that he was engaging in weird activity with. I think having inappropriate or having any type of conversation with any underage girl who is not your family member or close friend of the family member is weird activity. What are you as a 30-some-year-old man wanting to have text conversations with a 14, 15-year-old girl who you have no ties or relations with at all? But people came up with excuses for that. He said gay stuff won't destroy your life as opposed to being PDF. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the point. Like, I think you're trying to put the scale of somebody being called gay on the scale of somebody being called PDF. I agree. Being called a PDF is much worse than being called gay. But they're both things that are being accused of somebody. You talked about being bothered. We're not talking about the effects of it. We're not talking about the weight of each word. You're talking about what bothered him or what will bother people. I can guarantee you, if somebody called you gay, it would bother you. If somebody started going with a rumor, started putting it out there to their tens of thousands of fans, to their people that watch their show with 250,000 views every week or 150,000 views a week, and they talk about this constantly, it would bother you. So it's not about whether or not what's worse or what would be more destructive to your life. It's more so what will bother you, correct? Am I making a point though? You're trying to move the goalpost. Your original comment was about being called a PDF and that being something that was bothersome. And my retort to that would be, if that person is out here accusing other people of things where he has no proof, do you think that will bother them as well? Not about what's worse, about what's bothering people. Let's stay on subject. All right, let's finish this video.
Like you looking sad so they can talk shit about you. how they gonna do the look? It's gonna be
they get you. Yeah, that AI can make you look however. They good with that AI.
Hey, what these niggas ain't got shit to do. They alter who you are and then talk shit about you. They feel good about doing it. Yeah. This is gonna be how I'm looking on this jacket like.
They be getting me like a motherfucker. There's some funny motherfuckers.
Hey man, these motherfuckers' life ain't shit. They ain't even get no paper for this.
No.
And they do it every week.
They just want to get up under your skin. That's a weird trait in humans. Any other animal, that'll get you 80. To be fucking with something stronger than you like that.
You watch me every week to talk shit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's comical when you really.
Kraig, wait, what did Kraig say? Kraig said, in the jungle, you get 8 for that, to mess with something that's much more stronger than you. So, for instance, TMZ is its own animal. Corey has talked about Harvey Levin. He's talked about TMZ. He's talked about the backdoor of your community so much. And I guess in the jungle of entertainment, TMZ is a lion and Corey is a gazelle with 2 broken hooves. Because if you're going at somebody that's stronger than you, according to Kraig, you get 8.
Think about it, like if you seen it happen to another motherfucker, look, when shit happen and you tell people they don't understand it. They're like, nigga, why are you tripping? Like, motherfucker, this
hey man, look, like everybody who I don't like, I stay the fuck away from. But it's motherfuckers who don't like you, but watch you every week.
They start calling you liar, fake-ass laugh. Bitches calling you out your name. Like, you don't even know me, nigga. How you think I'm
I ain't never seen no shit like this before. Hey man, the world is over. This is the result of single moms.
Projections.
Yeah, that's real shit, man.
He said there's people that don't like you that'll watch you every week and talk about you every week. Like you talk about the YouTubers who you apparently don't like or that you hate, but you seem to watch everything they say about you. You get people behind the scenes that send you videos of everything they say about you. That's a good projection right there. The single mothers being raised by single mothers. What a hell of a projection that was. I mean, you gotta really think about it, man. A lot of the things that he says really does apply to himself. He just tries to disassociate himself from it because he is a popular figure in entertainment. That is the only thing that he feels separates him from being at the same tier as everybody else he speaks on. And then you'll get mad at people like me who speak with logic and common sense because he's trying to coerce his followers into believing the bullshit that he's trying to spew. And it's funny because I think Kraig is somebody who's not dumb. I think he sees it, but of course they're so locked in that he's gonna defend at every corner. And hey, it's his prerogative, man. He can be Bobby Brown all he want, man. I'm just saying it's very obvious. It's very obvious. Ain't nobody. You can fool the feeble minds, but you ain't gonna fool me. Kraig and Corey got to be smashing each other. Holy. So now what's going on? She said he's really bothered by it all. You can hear it in the fake laugh. He's trying to laugh about stuff and calling himself out while he thinks he's calling other people out. It's kind of crazy. Trill Bill says Corey even admitted that calling him gay is the best way to set him off as a comedian. Why would you admit that? Well, because he didn't think before he said it. For somebody who is known for calling other people gay, somebody calling you gay is going to send you over the hedge. You should probably not say that about other people or try to be the person that says, I just got to know if we in the same room, if you really like that or not. That's why I make the argument. If somebody is so against something to the point where it'll send them off, it'll put them over the edge. If Anton Daniels told him he sucked the dick of black people again, he would have went off and hauled off and punched him in the face, right? So why wouldn't you apply that logic to anybody else? Especially being somebody who has vocally been intimidated by other niggas you've talked about. Seeing Charles Barkley in the airport stopped you in your tracks. Seeing certain people out that you've spoken on before that made you hesitate to be the person that you are on your podcast. You should be the type of person to think twice before you say certain things, but he's not. And then we'll stand on it. And then we'll think it makes him look like a bitch if he was to say otherwise. It's like, no, it makes you a grown man. Makes you a grown man to be like, you know what? I said some foul shit about you, dog. I ain't even going to waste my time no more. I think that would have been much more respectable than to hold up a piece of chicken and then continue for years after that, talk crazy about somebody. Stoney James says, I remember when he couldn't stop talking about the sissy mayor, then it was the gooey raccoon, so on and so forth. Yeah, well, it's kind of how it happens. Macaroni Tony says, not gonna lie, it's sad watching Kraig, a 45-year-old man and father, kiss another man's ass week after week. He's too old to still be a yes man. Brandon, what's going on? He said Kraig was on his yes man shit again. He knows Corey is the biggest hypocrite on the internet. Hey man, that's what y'all saying. I'm just having conversation. But yeah, it's a very odd situation that Corey is in, sending a cease and desist to Flacco and probably to other people. Shit, if I end up getting one, I'm gonna go live and talk about it, because we don't put narratives on nobody. You go through all my shit and see that we only react to anything that is being said in public. So we don't push narratives on nobody. We don't make up lies and rumors to go viral. We play the words of the people that we are speaking on so that we can form judgment and opinions on that and keep it moving. I am not God, so it doesn't matter what my opinion is or what my judgment is, because at the end of the day, when we show up at them pearly gates, we are the only ones to be judged by the man above. And that's how I feel. Also, if you are here right now, man, I don't think I said it yet, but make sure you hit that like button, man. Follow me on my socials. Shout out to Mello, man. I forgot to say in the beginning of the show, but you can find the link in the description below. Go to the description, man. Pull the description down. You'll see the link. I put the link up there. So for those that want to go ahead and try them, I believe my Promo code is still active. I don't know. I got to see. And if it's not, I'll make sure it's active by the end of the day or by tomorrow. For 20% off of your purchases, you got to put GMS in the promo code section. But shout out to Mellow, man. You go ahead and go to their website, check them out. They got some really great cannabis products. I seen people asking about them, man. There was a couple people that was asking about them, and shout out to the homie who is in Tennessee who couldn't get them because they do not deliver out there. I don't know what states they deliver to, so I can't make no promises, but just go to their website and see if they can. If they do, check them out. Let them know GMS sent you. Get that 20% off. And that's how we do that. Now, let me read some more of y'all comments, and I'm going to keep it going because I really want to get to this Afroman shit. Brandon says, sending a cease and desist letter out when you call people gay on every show is a whole nother level of sensitivity. Yes, it is. I agree. The FDM says the GMS show is finished in my Flacco YouTube video voice. I don't know if I could do a Flacco impersonation. His shit is kind of crazy. Let's see. Damn. I don't know if I can get his voice. His voice is too distinct. It sounds like he got too much buildup under here or some shit. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. And he stutters too. The Corey Holcomb, he's finished, guys. The Corey Holcomb is finished. He's doing it. I can't really do it. I sound like somebody that got a real bad speech impediment, aka Flacco. But I can't do his voice. I'll work on it though. Stoney James says, if he's not a yes man, he's definitely playing the role of one. C. Woods, what's going on? He said Anton meant it metaphorically, though. How low is a person's comprehension? Well, I don't think that was it. And to be fair, I don't think that was what Corey cared about, period. I think whether he said it metaphorically or in, personally, or really meant that he sucks dick. I think Corey he doesn't like his name in the same sentence as sucking dick, which is even more crazy because you say these things about other people, but niggas can't say it to you. Let's see. Melanin Vision TV. Where are you from? I'm from Minnesota. Toke Champ says Forest City, Arkansas in the house. What's going on, family? Kadeem Jones says, I know it won't happen, but Zoe needs to return to 5150. I felt like Corey was level-headed when he was around. Yeah, he was still his wild, crazy self, but it wasn't like how he is now, in my opinion. Hey, if Zoe came back, it'd be worse because Corey has developed this sense of not paying attention or listening to his co-host speak, which is why he cuts them off frequently. He does not value anybody else's words besides his own. Another symptom of speaking in third person a lot. You have main character syndrome. So he doesn't let people talk more than a minute on his show before cutting them off, or even not just cutting them off, will say something that he read in the chat. He'll be sitting there reading the chat and reading what people say and not paying attention to what somebody else says. And that's a result of that main character syndrome. He just is that type of dude. Let's see. What up? Cut to the hoop game and what's going on? JG says, cease and desist, stop. Now pass me the ball so I can score. Make it make sense. You say you sound like Jason Fatlock. Holy. You need about 350 pounds and small teeth. Nigga got a fupa. Abel says Kraig is really acting. He didn't even tell Corey he was expecting a baby. Kraig announced it when the baby was just about due. He probably thought because Corey was going to tell the world before he did. That was a smart move. That was a very smart move by him. I would have told that nigga before it came too, because I would have been like, nigga, the whole 5150 chat room goons would have knew before I told the world. So, yeah, that was a good choice by him. Now, of course, as always, we will continue to follow this as things unfold. But I need to talk about this. I need to get this out of my system before I get off live today. There is a very important trial happening with legendary rap artist Afroman. Once again, if you don't know who Afroman is, he is the curator of the song Code 45 and 2 Zigzags. Also, the best weed song in the world, which will be Because I Got High. He also has dropped some Grammy Award winning songs recently, accompanied with some music videos that are just so entertaining, it'll blow your mind. I explained earlier in the show, but for those that are here now, I just want to explain this story once again before we get to it. Now, Afroman was raided by the Adams County Sheriff's Department back in 2022. What happened was they were serving a warrant for trafficking of drugs and kidnapping. When they came to his house, they broke in his gate, his front gate that led in his driveway. They broke that. And then when they got to his door, they broke his door completely off the hinges. I mean, they kicked the door and made it fall to the ground. I'm going to show you on a little bit, but they did way more than that. They went through all his stuff. They were going through his suit jackets, CDs, things that had nothing to do with drug trafficking and kidnapping. They found money. They stole that money. They disconnected his camera system once they realized he had cameras. A whole bunch of corrupt activity going down in the Adams County Sheriff's Department towards my man Afroman, which was just very, very disappointing. And I hate that he had to go through that. Him and his family did. Afroman seems like such a genuine guy and such a down-to-earth human being, and all he cares about is kind of giving back some type of positivity to the earth. So for something like that to happen to him, and all he asked for was for them to fix his door and fix his gate that they broke after coming to his house and not finding any drugs being trafficked or kidnapping victims. They didn't do so. They didn't care. And it's crazy because the police can do all of this. I've heard so many stories about the police raiding somebody's house, not finding what they came to find, or the people they came to find, or the drugs, or whatever it is that they came there to find, destroying property and just leaving it that way for the person to pick up the tab who didn't do it themselves. How is that legal? I feel like there has to be a law in place that if there is a warrant that is being, or if there's a raid that is happening, if there's a warrant for somebody's arrest or a warrant to search a house and people have, and the police have to break in, I feel like if they search that premises, if they did not find what they came looking for, not a shred of evidence or a shred of anything, the city has to be responsible for the damages. You cannot go through somebody's home that they pay for and destroy their property and be like, well, we assume that you have something going on, so you go ahead and foot the bill for that. That's crazy. Now, what happened was him and his family went through it. His kids were there. It's him and his wife at the time, I believe, his baby mom. And after that happened, he released a video. See, these guys didn't know that he had all this footage, and he released a video of the Adams County Sheriff's Department going through his house, stealing his money, cutting off his camera system, trying to steal his lemon pound cake. It was ridiculous. Oh, big, fat, lumpy ass sheriff sitting there. He had the gun pointed the whole time, going back and forth, but standing in the kitchen, kept eyeing the pound cake like the pound cake was a suspect that needed to be apprehended. Oh, big hungry ass. It's crazy how it's crazy. Anyway, he put that video out. That video to this day has a standing of almost 10 million views on YouTube. Greatest way to call out your sheriff's county for doing, or your sheriff's department for doing some corrupt activity. Because that video went so viral, and because he spoke on it the way that he did, people were justifiably holding the Adams County Sheriff's Department accountable for their actions. What happened was, since they were getting called out for their corruption, they were going through emotional distress. And I'm glad I'm bringing this up because piggybacking off of the Corey situation and him feeling like people defame him, the Adams County Sheriff's Department is doing what Corey is trying to do to YouTubers and vloggers. They went out of their way to do something to somebody unjustly, unjustifiably, just went out of their way to do something, caused destruction and left. And then when that person responded to what these people did, now all of a sudden they became victims, and it's time to sue Afroman for millions of dollars because he decided to share his own free speech about what happened to him. And then he found out information about these sheriffs and put out individual music videos about these people, which I'm going to share. Give me a second, please. I'm going to try to do this. I hope that they play correctly. I need y'all to see these. Would you help me repair my door? Would you help me repair my door? Nigga, that shit is so funny. He took a situation where he was traumatized and that he actually had emotional distress and went through it with the Adams County Sheriff's Department and made it into a positive, and they got mad at it. We're going to go to the original video for those that did not see. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, we have to hit the original video. This is the video that came out in 2022 where he called out the Adams County Sheriff's Department for their corrupt activity going into his home. How can you be mad at this? How can you be mad at this? Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to play the rest of the video. Put a 2 if you don't want me to. Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to play the rest of this video. I would love to, because it's just amazing. It is genius. And it's the best way to call out your local corrupt police department. But if y'all don't want me to, I won't do it. Okay, I see the ones. We good. Let me shut the fuck up there. Stealing his money on camera, made a music video of the actual this. Y'all thought J. Cole had a cold ass video of the police raiding his spot, which, I mean, incredible video. That was also genius as well. But this takes the cake. They robbed this man. And then not only robbed them, but he got them on clear footage, cutting his cameras off. Do you see who that is? Disconnecting the cameras?
My camera.
You see that? You see the person right there? That was a lady with a ponytail. We're going to get to her in a second because they call her Lisa. Well, I mean, that's her real name, Lisa, but the Adams County people call her Lickem Lisa. Yeah, Lickem Lisa. Oh, I can't wait for y'all. Matter of fact, fuck this video. I'm going to go to Lickem Lisa because that is the one video I want y'all to see the most. All right. Lickem Lisa was the video that they played during trial, the new trial that's been happening over the past week. They played this video, the entire 13-minute video for Lickem Lisa herself. They played it for her while she sat and sobbed as if this was the worst thing that ever happened to her in life, when in real time you was just getting roasted the hell out of and it hurt your feelings. You disconnected this man's camera so that these other sheriffs could get away with corruption. And now you sit in the courtroom crying and sobbing because a nigga called you Lickem Lisa and that you ate every snatch in Adams County all the way to the 245. Let me tell you something, man. They played this in court. They played this song in court. Let's get to it. Lickem Lisa. Yeah. Come on. Everybody rock side to side with me. Snap your fingers, do your stare. You can do it all by yourself.
Lickem Lisa came to town. She ate all the pussy all around. From Adams County to the 275. Lickem Lisa, licking every pussy alive. Lickem
Sing it.
Lisa, Lickem Lisa,
Eating pussy like pizza.
sometimes she won't. Lickem Lisa, Lickem Lisa, eating pussy like pizza. Man or a woman, you really don't know her. I notice her voice is a few octaves lower. She's not too ugly. She's not too fine, but she's not too fine. Might whip out something that's bigger than mine. Lickem Lisa,
Lickem Lisa.
pussy like pizza. Lickem Lisa, Lickem Lisa, pussy like pizza. Lickem Lisa, she raided my house. She disconnected my camera.
Full disclaimer, YouTube. No coochies was eaten during this music video. It was all acting, okay? There was no coochie shown on the screen. There was no coochie eating happening in the video. Just want to make sure that YouTube knows before they ban me, okay? Because this video is still up on YouTube, collecting a lot of views. So I hope you know there was no snatches getting ate. Also, I need y'all to know this video is 13 minutes long because this nigga Afroman is such a savage. He put the actual deposition video of Lickem Lisa in there talking about it and crying. I'm telling you, stay right here.
Then she went down on my spouse. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. Y'all keep on laughing. She gonna eat your wife's pussy. Lickem Lisa, Lickem Lisa, pussy like pizza. Sometimes she won't. Lickem Lisa, Lickem Lisa, pussy like pizza. When Lickem Lisa joined the Adams County Sheriff Department, husband was complaining cause she was munching on their wife's carpet. Lisa Lickem slow, Lisa Lickem fast. Lisa lick that pussy, Lisa lick that ass. Come on! Lickem Lisa, Lickem Lisa, pussy like pizza. Sometimes she won't. Lickem Lisa, Lickem Lisa, pussy like pizza. Sometimes she won't. Lickem
All right, let's get to the deposition, okay? Actual deposition footage. Let's get to it. Where is it at? Where is it at? Right here. Right here. Check this out. Come on, Lickem Low.
The client dancing in the driveway, singing how I look pussy. And I need to learn how to count how many pussies I've licked. You know, and this has made it hard to where I have to swallow because of you. Things that's being said. Are you Lieutenant Lickem Lisa Phillips? Pussy licking Phillips. I like to go to Walmart.
With all due respect, Lisa, if you walked up to me and I know who you were and you started talking to me, I would assume you ate pussy too.
Be called a guy because of your voice. Or asking if you got a pecker. How would you like that? Would you like a female or a guy asking if you got a vagina? Probably not. How about standing and having me on their gate?
Lisa sound like she got a man cave in her house. She sound like she got a room with all football decor. She got a special mug with balls painted on the front. And she only drink Bush. Come on, Lickem Low.
Obviously, I haven't had a sex change. I have a child.
Huh?
I've had that, yeah. They didn't make money off
Hold on. Rewind.
Obviously, I haven't had a sex change. I have a child.
She said, obviously, I haven't had a sex change. I have a child. Which one of you nasty, degenerate, no eyeballs or no ears, having ass, redneck motherfuckers decided to put your pecker inside Lickem Lisa and force her to birth a child? Which one of y'all niggas did that? Which one of y'all looked at Lickem Lisa and decided, hey, she's a catch. She acts just like one of the fellas. Sound like them too. Built like them too. And she's a sheriff. All right, that sound pretty good to me. Go ahead and bend Lisa over and give her that double tap.
I've had that, yeah. They didn't make money off of me. They just didn't say I should have to prove I don't have a penis. Yeah. I was on my way to work one morning, right in Panhandle, stopped at the stop sign. The commissioners had a contracted crew that was working in Panhandle. I get hollered, Lieutenant Lickem Lisa Phillips. You want calls, or you don't even have to be working to get a holler from Lieutenant Lickem Lisa Phillips. Pussy licking. I'm not a crooked cop, I'm not a thief, and I sure don't have a penis. There's been times that videos have been sent to me that I've had to go home because I can't handle it. You know?
Uh-oh. Here's the tears.
You know, I'll tell you what's sad. Is the fact that, number one, that I have to be emotional because your client lies. I've had a deep voice in my entire life. I did not wake up one morning and beg God to have a deep voice. All right? I have not had a sex change. I do not have a penis. I shouldn't have to prove I don't have a penis. Or about having a penis bigger than the rest of the guys that I work with. And pulling people over and looking for pussy. I mean, come on.
Hey, in my opinion, you look like the type of person that if you can get away with it, you eat some Gucci in the back of your squad car. Just saying. Shout out to IVR for the 5 in the super chat. He said, Reaper says some ninjas will smash a moose. This is the moose. Hey, CDTB said, oh, so now you got eater's remorse? It seems like she does. Afroman heard this deposition and he was very remorseful about it. So he decided that he was going to apologize because he didn't know how this was affecting her. And watch.
You like that, man. You kind of intimidated me. I mean, you're a cop. I know you're. I'm sorry. I mean, you guys raided my house. You knocked down my door. I was upset. I would never shoot you, or I would never try to punch you. I thought crack some musical jokes that I didn't know they hurt you that bad. I'm sorry. I think you're a nice looking lady. I didn't know you was a biological lady. I'm sorry. I was just having fun with the bad situation. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Oh man, Jesus. Hang on. Let's take a little break, everybody.
You know what's funny about this? About that apology was because in her actual deposition, Afroman was there. He was there, sitting across from her, watching her deposition. And then he remade it with this woman in the video. And then, as his way of apologizing for his actions, he depicted himself giving Lickem Lisa back shots in the video. Show me a man who don't give a fuck, and I'll put Afroman's face right in front of you. You talk about a nigga that don't care. This man does not care. He does not care about them crocodile tears. You broke into his house. You robbed him of his money. You cut off his camera systems. You destroyed his property. Do you really think this man has any sympathy for y'all when y'all didn't show him a single ounce of it yourself? Think about that. It's amazing. Now, let me take Lickem Lisa off the screen before I get banned. There were people that claimed, there were officers, there were sheriffs that claimed all these things of defamation and what they went through. One officer even claimed that he got a divorce as a result. His wife divorced him as a result of what Afroman was putting out there to the public. So you know what Afroman's lawyer did? He brought that man's ex-wife to court, and she showed up to say these things.
For how long?
30 years.
You got into the mind of kids pretty well.
Yes.
When they would play Mr. Foreman's song Lemon Pound Cake, did they take that as a literal fact from your observations?
No.
Were they laughing and joking about it?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Are you familiar with the song
The
WAP?
I think I've heard
Sorry,
it.
no, strike that. I'm going to give you the complete song and then summarize it because I only want to say it once. Are you familiar with the song Wet Ass Pussy?
Yes,
Is that a rap song?
it is.
Has your students played it in class?
Once, and I asked them to please turn it off.
When they were listening to it, did they think that was fact?
No,
So they didn't think that that was depicting anything in real life?
no.
So you didn't have to teach them that wasn't real?
Right. No, I did not.
interesting strategy by Afroman's lawyer. He asked her, have you ever heard the song WAP? The song WAP by Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. She said yes. See, the reason why he brought this up is because their argument is that these songs were taken as fact and that they had to be explained to people because people believed in the things that were being said by Afroman. And here you have the ex-wife of one of the sheriff's officers who claims she divorced him due to what Afroman put out there to the world, telling everybody that, hey, this didn't have no effect on the reason why I divorced this lame ass nigga.
You've heard the song, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you believe it's a literal interpretation?
No.
Would you agree it's derogatory towards women?
No.
Even though it says nasty things about them?
Yeah. No. I mean, it's the artist's opinion, I guess. That's the way I feel.
Maybe not an opinion you like, but
Yeah.
Your Honor, if I may have one.
Go ahead.
So, Ms. Grooms, has Mr. Foreman's posts about Sean or any of the general posts about the Adams County Sheriff's Department as a whole affected your life any at all?
No,
Would you believe it would have affected your life while you were married to Sean?
if it had any effect, I guess that would be the time it would have an effect.
But as his spouse, you would have expected it.
Yes,
Okay. And I don't want you to go into too many details, but is it fair to say that Mr. Foreman, the posts about the police department, everything had not a damn thing to do with your relationship between you and Sean and why it came to an end?
no, it did not.
So the posts never affected your life, never affected your marriage.
No,
Okay.
And that's all they need, because if you came into court claiming that you got a divorce and Afroman's post and songs and his defaming of your name was the reason why you got divorced by your wife, you're going to have to prove that. And she would be the biggest burden of proof that you need. And here she is on the stand saying it had no effect on the reason why she divorced you. Now, what's interesting is what came out about why she divorced him is because that officer allegedly was smashing on crackheads and hookers while on the job. Yeah, I think that's cause for a divorce, not somebody saying you were a crooked cop. See, I don't imagine too many country women leaving their husbands because they stole money from a raid or because they broke somebody's door down. I don't see that happening. You know what I do see happening? Her finding out you're banging the meth heads and crackheads in the back of your squad car while on duty and bringing that nasty fentanyl coochie juice back to the crib. Excuse my foul language, but I just got to keep it real. They were trying hard, man. They had their lawyers come out and try to do, this whole big thing about, they had the closing arguments today. The prosecution, horrible. Their lawyer is horrible. If anything, his closing arguments is the reason why Afroman is going to win this case. Afroman's lawyer came up and just demolished the whole scene. And I'm sure that when it's all said and done, the verdict is going to read not guilty or not. It's not even that type of trial, but it's going to say that he is not guilty of defamation. And I'm waiting for that to happen. I'm trying to see if the verdict came in. Nope. No verdict yet. It would show up on my For You page. But before I get out of here, I do want to show y'all one last thing, because all through all the jokes and everything that Afroman was doing, he went through some shit. And don't get it mistaken, because he's turning this into a positive and he's able to monetize. He probably was able to fix his damn gate and door with the profits from that first video he dropped back in 2022. That video having 10 million views, I'm sure he made a nice little chunk of change off that, which I'm glad he did. I'm really glad he did. But I'm about to play this other video. I got to play this video before we get out of here. Before I do, though, I need to show y'all this other clip of him on the stand talking about it and how this bullshit prosecution tried to jam him up, even though he was speaking facts the entire time. Listen to Afroman on the stand.
Do you remember in your deposition when I asked you, why did you bring the news when you picked up the money?
Yeah, I didn't want to get beat up or Epstein at the sheriff's station after I seen him running around my house with AR-15s. So that's why I brought the news and my attorney. So to make sure I got out of that place with my money.
You brought the news to protect you physically.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't bring the news because you already knew there was a miscount and you were going to make.
I didn't know nothing about the
hay out of
discount.
it.
I didn't know. I figured they stole my money. They turned my cameras off. So if you turn my cameras off, you must got something bad in mind. So yeah, I'm accusing them of it. You know, they turned my cameras off. I can't see what they're doing.
So your testimony under oath here today to these 10 jurors is that you brought the news when you picked up your money to protect you physically from being beat up or shot by the sheriffs, right?
Yes.
All right.
First of all, he tried to ask that as if that was like something out of the ordinary. But let me just say this. Saying that to him, knowing that he went through what he went through with the sheriff's department, why would he call more police to help? Because that's what the prosecution was insinuating. He was trying to make it seem like, oh, you're claiming you were doing this for protection, but you're probably just doing this for the fame and for the clicks and for the notoriety. It's like, no, if I'm into it with the literal sheriff's department, why would I call for their protection? The best I can do is call the news station and other outlets to be there to videotape what's happening so that that something don't happen to me and y'all try to claim I did something when I came here. I'm getting all this shit documented because clearly the only thing he's doing in defense is making music and making videos. So why would I, if I'm into it with law enforcement, call law enforcement to help me against law enforcement? This prosecution is an idiot, but watch how he ethers this guy.
And they volunteered the information that the money wasn't right. That's just an extra something we found out. But I came with my attorney and the news to make sure the people running around my house with guns didn't take me into jail and do something.
You had a safe in your home, correct?
2 of them.
2 safes. Did the sheriffs look into those safes to your knowledge?
Yes, they did.
The deputies?
Yes.
And how did they get the combination?
I gave it to my ex-wife so the sheriffs wouldn't pull my safe out the floor, take it to the station and put something in it and try to say that whatever they put in my safe was mine. So I went ahead and gave my ex-wife, who I didn't want to give my combination to, it was just safer. I went ahead and gave her my combination so they could open up the safe and realize that they just vandalized somebody that don't even have nothing in the safe.
And do you know what was in those safes?
It was absolutely nothing in the safes.
Don't you keep jewelry in those safes?
No.
Can you tell me that in your deposition that you keep jewelry in those safes?
I do.
Was anything missing from the safes when you got home after the search?
I didn't put nothing in the safes.
Was anything missing from the safes when you got home?
Nothing was in them, so nothing was missing from the safe.
He tried to jam my brother up a couple times. He wasn't going for it. I want to see if they have the full sit down with him.
You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth.
Let's see.
Yes, I mean, I entertained for
When this search happened,
7 last time I looked. They left. I had the right to kick the can and to do what I had to do to repair the damage.
All right, here we go.
There would be no songs, nothing.
And is it fair to say you were angry and upset about this search?
I wasn't happy.
And is that why you posted the things we've seen this week, because you weren't happy?
No, I posted it because the sheriff's never supposed to raid my house in the first place. The whole raid was a mistake. All of this is their fault. If they hadn't wrongly raided my house, there would be no lawsuit. I would not know their names. They wouldn't be on my body. They wouldn't be on my home surveillance system. And there would be no songs, nothing. My money would still be intact, nothing. So all of this is their fault.
And because they executed a search warrant on your home, that gave you the right to post the things that we've seen this week on the internet?
Because
Is that right? Is that right, Mr. Foreman?
Yes, for tearing down my door, not paying for it, not being apologetic, me being a sport, doing something peaceful to raise the money to pay for their damages, me having the right of the freedom of speech as an American to talk to my family, friends, and fans about what the sheriffs did to my home. Yes, I had the right to my freedom of speech. After they left, I had the right to kick the can and to do what I had to do to repair the damage they brought to my house. Yes, I did.
That includes the right to post the videos that you've just been posting up until Friday and beyond, right?
Yes, I have freedom of speech. I'm a rapper. I entertain. I write fiction, comedy. Yes, I mean, I entertain for a living like you practice law for a living. So I have to go to work.
Adams County. This is
the deputies left a warrant return at your house, didn't
this is happening in Ohio.
they?
I don't know what else. Just minor stuff.
You knew how much
Them out.
Well, you were there with them.
Seen them running around my house with AR-15s. So that's why I brought the news and my attorney. So to make sure I got out of that place with my money.
You brought the news to protect you physically.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't bring the news because you already knew there was a miscount and you were going to make.
I didn't know nothing about the miscount. I didn't know. I figured they stole my money. They turned my cameras off. So if you turn my cameras off, you must got something bad in mind. So yeah, I'm accusing them of it. You know, they turned my cameras off. I can't see what they're doing.
So your testimony under oath here today to these 10 jurors is that you brought the news when you picked up your money to protect you physically from being beat up or shot by the sheriffs, right?
Yes.
All right.
Once again, he's not bringing the news to protect them from bodily harm from some random gang in the neighborhood or some random people in a building. It's from the Adams County Sheriff's Department. Once again, dumbass prosecution. Why would somebody call for authorities to protect him from other authorities? It doesn't make sense.
Volunteered the information that the money wasn't right. That's just an extra something we found out. But I came with my attorney and the news to make sure the people running around my house with guns didn't take me into jail and do something.
You had a safe in your home, correct?
2 of them.
2 safes. Did the sheriffs look into those safes to your knowledge?
Yes, they did.
The deputies?
Yes.
And how did they get the combination?
I gave it to my ex-wife so the sheriffs wouldn't pull my safe out the floor, take it to the station and put something in it and try to say that whatever they put in my safe was mine. So I went ahead and gave my ex-wife, who I didn't want to give my combination to, it was just safer. I went ahead and gave her my combination so they could open up the safe and realize that they just vandalized somebody that don't even have nothing in the safe.
And do you know what was in those safes?
It was absolutely nothing in the safes.
Don't you keep jewelry in those safes?
No.
Can you tell me that in your deposition that you keep jewelry in those safes?
I do.
Was anything missing from the safes when you got home after the search?
I didn't put nothing in the safes.
Was anything missing from the safes when you got home?
Nothing was in them, so nothing was missing from the safe.
You talked to Randy Walters on the phone before you got home that evening during the search or right afterwards, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
He told you that they were taking some money and some vape pens and a small amount of marijuana. He told you that?
Yes, sir.
You knew, didn't you, Mr. Foreman, that there had been an investigation by the Claremont County Sheriff's Office into the discrepancy about the cash that was.
Any of my participation.
Did you ask for?
It wasn't in it. When I got my cash back from I don't know how to investigate police officers. That's
Point,
my whole
isn't
thing.
it?
If they never would have showed up, there would be no songs about them. I wouldn't know who they are. Their faces would not be on my video cameras. None of this, we wouldn't be in this room right now if they hadn't raided my house and didn't press no charges, didn't even know what they was doing. This whole thing is their fault, and they're suing me for their mistake.
And so
The perpetrators have become the victims in this Afroman case. The perpetrators have become the victims. And that's what happens when you have this false sense of authority in America, and when you deal with sensitive, fragile, weak ass police officers and sheriffs who should not hold down a badge or a gun. You mean to tell me you are sitting in a deposition, Lickem Lisa, crying, bawling your eyes out because somebody says that you eat vagina all across Adams County and that you may have a penis? Let me tell you something. If that is something that causes you emotional distress to where you can't work or do what you need to do, you should have never became a fucking sheriff. Should have never decided to become a police officer. If you are that weak, if you are that illogical, emotional, irrational, if you are allowing words, if you're allowing songs to do that to you, what makes you think you are mentally capable or strong enough to put on a badge and carry a gun and be decisive in society when it comes to policing the public? What makes you think that? Very interesting strategy by the Adams County Sheriff's Department. And when they decide the verdict, I will be here to give that to y'all. We'll be here to talk about that as well. So to end today's stream, today's show, I want to end it with the right song, and that's going to be this song by Afroman that he put out right after it was time to go to trial. I believe this is one of the most important songs that he's released during this time, and I want to end the show on that note. So GMS fam, the Green Room, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Follow me on my socials. I'll follow everybody back. If you want to participate in this mellow culture, man, make sure you go to the description below. Click on that link. Go and put GMS in the promo code section. You'll get 20% off all your purchases. Shout out to everybody who participated in the super chats. I appreciate you. I'm going to shout y'all out real quick. Charles 2.0 with the 5 and IVR with the 5. If you want to support the GMS show in a big way, you can donate to the Cash App that is now scrolling below if you are supporting the GMS show. Now, this one right here is called Batter Ram Him by Afroman. Send your love and support to Afroman, man. We hope that you beat this. I know, the judge is seeming a little bit corrupt as well. He seems like he was trying to sway the jury into making a decision before they went back to deliberate, but I'm sure they will do the right thing in this instance. I'm hoping so, but let's go ahead and play this song, man, and get sent up out of here, man. GMS fam, the Green Room, I appreciate y'all for kicking it with me for, what was this, almost 2 hours? Appreciate y'all, man. I'm going to see y'all next week. We're going to have some more videos up. New music on the way. I just dropped some new bars in the short section of my YouTube. Make sure you go over there and check it out, man. Hit the like button on that and comment on it. Let me know what you think. YouTube will throw that out of the algorithm because it's not talking about anybody else and only showing you and your talents. So make sure, hey, if y'all hear me, GMS fam, if y'all hear me, go over to the shorts section on my YouTube page right now. Go over to the shorts. Go watch that most recent video. Let me know what y'all think of that, man. New music on the way. Shout out to Afroman. Shout out to the GMS fam. We out.
Mine eyes seen the corruption of the Adams County cops, stealing money, stealing cake. When they make they traffic stops, first they screw you, then they sue you, play games and dismiss your claims. The proof's on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. Mine eyes have seen informants get busted with felonies. Tell the cops I'm a kidnapper and I sell a lot of keys. Raid my house and then get pissed, cause the dungeon don't exist. My proof's on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. My gate don't operate and my door is on the floor. My camera's disconnected. Lisa Phillips is a downtown. They take my mama's lemon pound cake. My proof's on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. They vandalized my property, my money came up short. They disconnect my cameras because they are a poor sport. They're the predators and the victims, and they're suing me in court. My proof's on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. Brian knew